Okay, so why is it black people always hate on me because I specifically talk about my Creole heritage? Anytime I talk about my Creole heritage, this is the type of comments I get. A lot of hate and anger and jealousy, and it's like, did I make myself related to the bourgeois family? Why are you so jealous and upset that you're literally trying to call people mentally ill because they specifically said that their family goes back to the bourgeois family? Like, what is upsetting you so badly that you're so angry that my ethnicity is partly Creole and Cajun? Like, that's just what I've always said my heritage is partially. I mean, you guys make up so many different weird lies about people, but you don't want to actually find the person. You know what I mean? Like, for example, on many other YouTube channels, they specifically will dox a person, right? Well, for me, I always have my first and last name out there. Originally, it was Deanna Joseph, right? And if you knew that, you would already know that I'm obviously Creole heritage because Joseph is a very Creole name. So it shouldn't be too shocking. And it shouldn't really bring people into a tizzy, all angry, simply because I specifically was talking about my Cajun and Creole heritage. Like, it's just weird. And this other person was really mad at me because she thought that I was trying to prove that I was light skinned by trying to talk about my Creole heritage or whatever. And it's like, no, I wasn't trying to prove anything like that. I was just talking about the family, basically. Because when I take my DNA test, what happens is with the bourgeois family specifically, there's a lot of people connected to that family. And I always wonder, well, how are there like 1,500 matches, DNA matches on my, DNA tests just from that family? And that's of people who take the DNA test, you know? So it was always, always really, curious for me. Like, I don't understand why you guys are so obsessed with my skin tone. I understand, I guess, why Jackie A is. She said that she's been focused on my skin tone for 4 or 5 years now and thought that I was using a filter, which is kind of crazy because it's like, this is a TikTok video. So everybody uses TikTok filters. But my skin tone here really doesn't look that different than all my other videos, honestly. To be completely honest, like, it's not. But it's just kind of like weird to me. Like, why would you be so obsessed and upset and angry over me just saying I have Creole and Cajun heritage? Like, I mean, some people have different heritage. And I mean, considering my name is Deanna Joseph, and I've said it before that I do speak French, you should already know that it's not really a shock that I have Creole heritage. And you shouldn't feel like all angry and upset to try and be, upset at me simply because I was talking about that family. I don't get that. Like, maybe it's not, I think maybe some people don't understand the concept of what I'm talking about here. And I think that might be because I was actually doing this video as response to another video to specifically a TikToker who specifically is connected to the bourgeois family, and she was talking about the family tree. And that's why I was adding her. But I decided to upload it here because that was one of the first videos that I'm uploading from my TikTok. I was going to upload a couple of videos from TikTok, and I have actually. And I think some people get mad at that, that I'm showing some types of videos. Like for one, like this one, I think she was mad because of my other videos, for example. I'm going to show this other. Like my most recent videos, I think, have upset a few people because I'm not showing, like, I'm not wearing makeup or anything, and I don't have dark skin. It's like a lot of people were delusional, and that's what I think is, like, weird. Like, how are you going to call me delusional or crazy or anything when you are literally delusional here and crazy because you were literally thinking underneath makeup someone would turn dark skin. And I've told you guys time and time and time again that I only wear darker makeup, you know? Like, you know, my oldest videos, as you can see, I'm still the caramel hue. And you guys keep being mad at that. I think sometimes a lot of people, like the person who was just commenting, who was really angry, specifically is jealous, honestly, because they do use a filter. Like that photo you could see was like bright lighting in hopes to look as light as possible. And this person has said in the past they're only an NC42, which my natural color is NC40. So I understand, I guess there's some kind of jealousy there because I'm not as dark as that person, and that person is trying to use bright lighting to look as light as possible. I don't do that game. I'd rather just show what it is. This is my skin tone, and I don't mind showing it. I didn't mind showing it then. I don't mind showing it now. It's not changed. It's always been the same, and that's just what it is, you know? But yeah, like, I don't have any shame in that. And I don't have any shame in being caramel either. Like, a lot of people always try and act like caramels are supposed to want to be yellow. And it's like, no, I don't. I don't want to be yellow. I don't want to be dark skin either. And like, all the other ideas of like people saying brown skin. Brown skin, I never had an issue with brown skin, but you guys have a weird idea of brown skin. You have a weird idea like chocolate people. I'm not chocolate. You think the skin tone is chocolate. Where am I chocolate? I'm not chocolate anywhere here. These are my winter videos, my first videos, and you can see this on my other channel too. My first channel, specifically, you can see me in the spring and how I am. It's just what it is. For me, I'm a caramel. It is what it is. A lot of you guys get mad at my skin tone and get jealous over my Creole heritage and stuff, and it's like weird. I don't even identify as mixed. You know, I'm not saying I'm mixed. I didn't say I was mixed in that video where people got angry and triggered simply because I mentioned my Cajun family. Like, I mean, why is it wrong for me to mention that I have family that belongs to the bourgeois family? Like, I do. So what? What's wrong? It is what it is, you know? I don't understand. Like, my family's from Louisiana. My grandma was the first person in that family to not be born in Louisiana. So it's not really a shock that I have Creole and Cajun heritage. It really is just not a shock. But a lot of you guys, I guess, get triggered simply because I specifically am not, you know, I'm not specifically just like, I guess, Black American, in that I have some cultural connections to other people. And to you guys, I know some of you guys do see Creole heritage as exotic or whatever. I don't personally. I just see it as something I personally did not know until I was 19. Because my dad died before I was born. And so my mom and my grandma didn't get along. So I didn't grow up with that side of the family. And so when I finally got to know, you know, the Joseph side of the family, that's when I finally realized, oh, they're Creole. You know, and that was where it came from, that they had some Creole heritage, at least from my grandmother. My grandfather is not. So, I mean, it's what it is. Maybe I should talk about my Creole heritage more often to trigger some people like Jackie. But, I mean, like, seriously. I mean, like, I don't understand why people get so jealous and angry just because I mentioned my Creole heritage. It's not like it should be a shock to you. I literally had my name as originally Deanna Joseph. So Joseph is a very Creole last name. It shouldn't trigger you. If you don't want to hear someone talk about their Creole roots, you shouldn't go to a page where someone's name, you knew their name was Deanna Joseph, or the other commenter who I guess may have not known, but still, I mean, I used to have it on my information page. I don't know if I still have it on my information page, but it's just like, from my perspective, I just am like, you shouldn't be this triggered just because I said my background. You really shouldn't be. It makes you seem like a miserable person. And honestly, like you're mentally unhinged. Because, like, why would you have a fit just because somebody said they were Creole? Why would you have a fit simply because someone had one filter on a TikTok video, which everybody has filters on TikTok. So it kind of seems like you're picking on one person because you specifically feel like you are inferior when it comes to looks. It's just what it is. For me personally, everybody knows I don't wear filters on YouTube. I only do filters with TikTok because that's how videos are done on TikTok. But on YouTube, I do not do that. You having a fit over me, having a TikTok video with a filter implies you have a personal problem with me because you personally have a sense of being triggered for some weird reason. Like, it's like, come on now. Be confident in yourself. Don't be a jealous black woman like this. It's not a good look. So anyway, that's all I have to say. Thanks for watching, everyone. Like and subscribe, comment down below, and have a great day. Bye, guys.